first of our training videos on our warehouse manager and accounting manager software. You're looking at the startup and log on screen. You'll get to that from the shortcut on your computer. And the first thing we do is we choose which company. Normally you'll only have one company, but you may have reasons such as prior years, other companies that are using the software, but generally we're going to choose the software from the list of available companies, and we click the select button, and then we're going to log in using our username and password, which brings us to the main menu. So the important thing to keep in mind is this software is really no different than our legacy Alpha Micro software. The menus we tried to make the same, so everything kind of flows very similarly. The other thing to keep in mind is that because it is more up to date, there's a lot more to do, a lot more things on the screen, a lot more things to click on, and some learning curve. If you're familiar with Windows and Microsoft Office, it should go a little easier. But generally, everything flows the same. Accounting is still accounting. We tried to make the flow of information and how things go through the system pretty much the same as the old system. Accounting hasn't changed, and we tried to keep accounting the same. So looking at our main menu, if we had to flip between companies, we would choose company menu. We have our sales department, our accounting department, inventory control, we have manufacturing, and then systems management, where we're going to do a lot of the setting up of the information that we're going to use in the other screens. So I'm going to start by going into accounting, to a very simple screen, so you get a little feel for just how things are entered. I'm going to go into general ledger, and then I'm going to choose our chart of accounts. You can see the way the menus work. We just click through them, go back to the main menu, so you'll get familiar with where things are, but generally it's clicking. So I'm going to start in general ledger. In the chart of accounts, most of you will already have data converted from your previous software, but this is a standard data entry screen. One of the big differences between this and the old system is down at the bottom there's kind of an overview. If it confuses you or you don't want to use it, you can just pull it down to the bottom. But it's a spreadsheet-like format. It's called data sheet view, and you can either work there or you can just start typing up here. So I'm going to enter our first account number. You can either tab or hit the enter key or click to get to the next field. Each one of these boxes is called a field. This is our financial statement code. This is a P&L account, and it's a VP account. I don't have the schedule code. If this is specifically an accounts payable account, you can click this here. That's a new thing. You don't have to have two charts of accounts, one in payables and one in general ledger. There's one generic account over here. If you notice, there's a little pencil up here. This shows you that you're in the middle of entering something. So as long as you're still entering, if you make a mistake, you can hit the escape key one time. I'm hitting the escape key, and it basically throws away whatever you were just working on. And if I really made a mistake and messed things up, if I hit the escape key twice, it throws away everything that I did. You don't have to do anything special to save a record. Down here on the bottom, these are little record selectors. I can just simply, if you notice, the little helper is popping up. So I could go ahead and click here. This will get me to a new record. It'll automatically save what I was just working on. There's no special way of saving it. If you notice, the pencil is gone, and now I'm working on my second account. And you can see again down on the bottom, we have kind of an overview of what we're looking at. And that's pretty much it. So that's the basis of data entry. I can go down here and I can kind of click what I'm working on. There's an overview. There's also some search tools, which I'll get into a little bit. If I wanted to search for anything, there's a binoculars up here. This is generally the first way of, quickest way of searching. I'm going to do a find. I'm going to look for anything that has in the description the word account. There are three types of searches. A whole field search, where I have exactly what I'm looking for. I know the exact account number or maybe the last name of the customer. The starter field, I know how the spelling begins, but I may not know the whole spelling, so I can just look up by the first couple of letters. And then any part of field, which basically will find the word account anywhere in the system. So I'm going to go ahead and I can flip through. You can see I found the first one, and I can just keep flipping back and forth until I'm done searching. And you can see there's little messages that come up on the bottom. So these little buttons, if you think about this as being a filing cabinet, these little buttons help me navigate through the filing cabinet. And if I have too many records to just sit here and click, then I would go ahead and I would use the search tool. So that's our first training video. We just wanted you to see the screens, get familiar with them. Feel free to flip through all the different messages. There are tabs on the top, so you can theoretically do more than one thing at a time. And that's basically general data entry and moving through the system.